Hi everyone, so this is going to be a tutorial on how to make a tag. It's a mixed media tag, and right now I'm just gluing some Tim Holtz paper onto the cardboard, chipboard base. It's about a medium weight chipboard, I would say. And now I'm just filing the edges with a normal nail file. I like to do this because it gets any extra off the edges that I missed, and it gives it a distressed look. Now I'm using my Tim Holtz edge distressor to distress the edges some more, and I do this to almost every project I work on. Now I'm just marking the little placement, and I'm punching the hole for my eyelet using my big bite, and I'm using an extra large eyelet. It's kind of a pewter bronze color, and I just put it in. Now I'm using vintage photo distress ink, and I'm putting it along the edges where my white core of the paper shows through. So now my edges are nicely distressed, and I'm going to use this 7 Gypsies tape and place it along one edge. I'm just trimming off the corners. It's like a canvas tape, sort of like hockey tape is, but it's got a very pretty pattern on it. And I'm adding some paper tape from Tim Holtz, tissue tape, sorry. It's the music note one, and I'm just distressing that a bit with the ink. Now I'm going to be using gesso. I hear it's called gesso, not gesso, so I was saying it wrong. I will probably still get it confused, but oh well. Now I'm just painting that over top of my tag with a foam brush. And I'm using Tattered Leather, Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. It's a dark brown. I'm just spraying it over my tag. And there's the caramel apple color. And I'm just drawing it with my heat gun. Not completely, but a little bit. So then it can still be mixed and stuff. I'm dabbing it with a baby wipe to spread it around a bit. And I'm going to add another layer of gesso. Now I'm using some 3D molding paste, and I'm using a Making Memories, no, Creative Memories, sorry, Creative Memories punch to punch out this pattern, and I'm going to use it as a stencil for my molding paste. I'm just using my finger to apply that to the stencil. And like I said before, you could use a plastic knife or a spoon if you didn't want to get your fingers dirty. Now I'm just going to oh never mind, I'm splattering some more glimmer mist on it. Okay, and now I'm inking a stamp, a French script stamp, and stamping it 3 times. Okay, now I'm heat setting the molding paste, and I wouldn't suggest doing this right away unless the bubbling effect is what you want, which that is what I'm going for here. So see, those ones kind of puffed up, and I'm just pushing them down, just popping them kind of. And now I'm using the vintage photo ink again, and I'm just putting a layer of ink over my whole tag. Well, most of the tag at least, in the lighter areas where the gesso is. And this is another layer of gesso on top of that. And I'm using the Broken China Distress Ink color. I really like this baby blue. I'm putting it over top of the lighter areas again. So this is what the tag looks like right now. I love all the layers and the splatters and stuff on it. And now I'm cutting out a butterfly from a piece of Tim Holtz paper. I'm just cutting it out roughly with my scissors. Now I'm just figuring out the placement of everything. I'm using some Tim Holtz film strip ribbon, as well as a polymer clay dress form and a polymer clay flower, both of which I made. So I'm just distressing the edges of the butterfly, and now I'm inking it with vintage photo again, covering the whole surface so it looks distressed. I'm doing that with the broken china color as well. That one, the blue was more around just the edges. So now I'm taking Versamark and Perfect Pearls in a copper color, and I'm just dipping the butterfly onto the Versamark ink pad till it's completely covered. I'm using a fluffy brush that came with the Perfect Pearls, and I'm putting the Perfect Pearls over the whole surface of the butterfly. And now I'm just evening it out with a baby wipe. So you could use just regular dye ink for the Perfect Pearls to stick to, but the Versamark just makes it a lot stronger. And now I'm using glossy accents to put the film strip onto the tag. I like this adhesive because it dries clear and fairly quickly as well, so you can't really see it through the film strip even though it is clear. Now I just set my big bottle on it so it would stay. I'm sticking the butterfly on, and I'm also using glossy accents to adhere the dress form. The dress form was made using black polymer clay, and then after it was baked I covered it with some rub and buff in an antique gold color, and I kind of sanded the surface with a nail file just to give it a more distressed look. Now I'm placing a Tim Holtz gear and my handmade polymer clay flower onto the tag. I'm using a single pop dot to make the flower raised, and I added some glossy accents to the pop dot because it wasn't sticking. Oh, that's what I'm doing here. And I added some to the gear as well. I really need to buy a new bottle of glossy accents. As you can see, mine is quite empty. So I'm placing that on, and I let that dry for a little while. So here's an overview of my tag. You can see the layers that I've created using the Tattered Angels, the gesso, the ink, the different tapes, and the stamping as well. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll add some photos here. And if you'd like to, please comment and let me know what you thought of this video. I'd love to hear your feedback, and requests are always welcome. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you have an awesome day.